Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. We're going to do a Celtic cross spread here for you. This is going to be good for July 2021, and I'm going to try to read it in both career and finances as well as general life path or potentially love, whatever. Okay? I'll try and read it in multiple ways for you. So obviously I already pulled a spread for you, so let's go ahead and hop right in. So the overall energy for the reading is I have the Seven of Wands with the Ace of Wands, which, by the way, you have a lot of aces. I have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. I think that's it. So you've got 3 aces. So a lot of new beginnings on the board here, but feeling like you're needing to defend yourself, feeling like you're going to need to defend this new beginning. There's an inspired idea, or could be a brand new idea that maybe you haven't even had it yet, but there's going to be a need to defend it from other people. Now, this could be that you're feeling like people stole the idea, like they're taking credit, or it could be you're needing to defend this like in almost like a family situation, like, oh my gosh, you're changing your mind again, or like that kind of a thing. So you'll have to take it as it resonates, but that's the overall energy for the reading. So in your current situation, I have the Page of Pentacles. Now, speaking, I was just saying that you've got a lot of pages or a lot of aces. You have a lot of pages. So I have the Page of Pentacles. Clarifying that, I've got the Page of Wands. I also have the Page of Swords, and I think that's it. But yeah, lots of pages. So a lot of learning, a lot of communication. Pages are about messages. So you could be feeling like a little uncertain about your future. It could also mean that maybe you're ready to go back to school, or you're ready to branch out on your own or try something new here. You're definitely feeling inspired. The Page of Wands is like the cheerleader of the tarot. This is a person who's feeling really good, ready to go on an adventure, doesn't care, not necessarily doesn't care what happens, but it's like there's just that positivity of like, it'll be fine, it's going to work out just fine, don't worry about it, and definitely willing to put in the hard work here. So there is a transformation. There is an ending that's going to bring a new beginning with this Death card, and it's going to involve you trying something totally different here and having to put in a lot of work to kind of like make up for that difference, right? So crossing your situation, Eight of Swords. Clarifying, you have the Eight of Cups, Page of Swords, Four of Pentacles. So there's definitely a situation that you're not letting go of, and I feel like the universe has been trying to get you to let go of it for a while, but for whatever reason, you're like not letting go, but it's like the universe is trying to tell you, like, it's time to move on, it's time to learn from this, and it's time to move on, but you're so up in your head about it. Okay, so whatever the situation is, whether it's a new career or a love situation, maybe it's a relationship, but there's definitely an energy here of it's time to move forward, it's time to learn the lesson and move on, but you're very up in your head about it. Now, at the root of that problem is we have the Three of Cups with the Ten of Wands, Justice card, and the Hanged Man. So there's some kind of a situation that was not fair to you, okay? It left you feeling very burdened. It left you feeling very unsure of yourself and almost like out of the loop here, because I'm really getting like almost like an exclusion type of a feeling from this Three of Cups. Like you're not part of that Three of Cups is like the feeling that I'm getting here. Like you don't belong, like this isn't for you, or you know, this just wasn't a just thing for you. There wasn't a just outcome. And it really left you thinking like, well, you know, why not? Like, why doesn't this apply to me? Why isn't this working for me like it's working for everybody else? Now, in your focus here, we have Ace of Swords. So you're focusing really here, because with the Nine of Cups, King of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to lay down the foundation here for a lot of emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment, success. This is like the ultimate, like loving what you do for work, right? This is loving your job. This is the whole, I'm not even at work because I love doing what I do so much that it's like, it's not even a job. Like, I can't believe I get paid for this, right? And what you're really doing is like, how do I get that? You know, so you could be receiving news as well, because with these aces, I just feel like you're either going to be getting an offer. You know, you could have been working for a long time on trying to change your career situation, and maybe something's finally coming in for you. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. In your recent past, you were working as a part of a group with something. I feel like recognition didn't come from that like in the way that it was supposed to, even though like there was quite a bit of creativity, or you know, almost like this, you know, like there's this idea or like this way of doing things, or like this account or something like that that you should have gotten credit for, but you really didn't. And so in the near future, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and I see this as like a totally fresh energy. Like, I really see this as like being in a different situation. You are going to be very busy, but you are going to be very fulfilled here with this Ace of Cups and Two of Pentacles. And there's definitely a sense with the Three of Wands of, you know, I've already put in a lot of really great energy and effort, and I'm like waiting to reap what I sow. Like, it's that in-between moment of like going into the ATM and putting the card in, and then like that moment before the cash spits out on the bottom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know that the money's going to come out, but you're just in that like 0.2 seconds or whatever. Like, I feel like that's this Three of Wands to a T. You're just sitting there back waiting because you know it's going to come through. So yeah, I'll take that as it resonates. So in your emotions here, we have the Knight of Swords, and clarifying that, we have Three of Cups again, Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the World card. So in your emotions, you're not very, I feel like you're keeping your cards close to your chest here. I feel like you feel very betrayed by some kind of a third-party situation. So, you know, if this is a relationship, you know, you could feel that you or your partner or whatever the situation has too many irons in the fire here, okay? If this is work, I really feel like you just got like outed, or like you weren't given credit, or like people tried to steal your job or your credit or something like that. Like, it's really funky. So your emotion is like, I'm going to rectify that. Like, I am going to clear my name, or I'm going to make things right. I'm going to clear this up because this is not right. And that's really what you're focused on. You are so focused on communicating what needs to be said and closing the door on this. Like, you're ready to move on to that next level. And that might be very well be a totally new job, or a totally new position, or a totally new relationship. You know, take it as it resonates. Now, in the energy around you, in your environment, we have the Six of Wands with Five of Pentacles. And now here we are. This is like double Leo energy for me. So we have King of Wands with the Strength card. So I feel like the energy around you is extremely supportive of you being very victorious and finally getting that acknowledgement, right, that you deserve. There is this I feel like this represents, like, it's either a person, it like really represents this third party situation that's still there, right? So it's, and and that's realistic, right? Because it doesn't matter what your situation. It's kind of like, when people say, like, there's always one, it doesn't matter if it's your job or whatever, there's always one person you don't get along with. And so this energy is still there around you, of feeling like maybe you don't quite belong, or maybe you don't quite have everything that it takes to get the job done. But it's kind of like you got to take the good with the bad. And overall, the energy around you is incredibly supportive, and it's going to usher in a lot of victory for you in the situation. Now, for your hopes and fears, we have the King of Swords. This is Gemini for me, speaking very clearly, very articulately, making good logical decisions that are just based on the numbers here. And I feel like this is, you are hoping that the entity, like, you are hoping like that this will be the energy that your boss is in. I hope that makes sense. Or you're hoping that this is the energy that you will be in when you speak your piece. And clarifying that, we have the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you still see this, you still see this either with this job or with this person. You still see a whole lot of potential here, but at the end of the day, this is about a decision. And this is, the Lovers is Gemini as well. So like, you could be dealing with a Gemini, the Hermit, we have Virgo, but it's just general reading, so it doesn't matter. But the Hermit, I really see you here as needing to kind of like go within so that you don't lose it. How do I say that better? Because I feel like, Leo, I feel like you want to just like bring out your lion's roar and just like roar this person's hair off. whether it be like this person who screwed around with you, or like your boss, or whatever this team situation was where you got screwed. Like, I feel like you just want to totally go off, but you're going to do the right thing here, and you're going to make the decision to, go within, try to articulate exactly what you want to say, because you don't want to totally blow this. You just want to say what you need to say, cut away what you need to cut away, so that you will still be successful in the situation. Okay, so your outcome here, Leo, Ten of Swords. And the thing about this Ten of Swords is it really does focus on that betrayal aspect. Like, I don't know if you can see this card, but, there's a human that stabbed this witch in the back and is running off. And so, this is read current time, right? Things are always liable to change. Energy changes all the time. But as of right now, I see your outcome as it's not going to work. Your grand plan here of saying what you need to say is ultimately not going to work, because I don't know if they have something on you, or if it's like they've gathered multiple people to lie. Like, it's a very interesting situation here, but you're ultimately going to feel like you got stabbed in the back. Now, the cool thing about the Ten of Swords, and I don't feel like it's, brought up enough, is that, yes, it's an ending. Endings bring new beginnings. That's good. But it's always darkest before dawn. And, with this card, it's really like sunset. You know what I mean? So it's not even that dark, which just goes to show, like, yeah, this might be a painful experience for you, but it's not going to be the end. So clarifying that, we have the Knight of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Tower. Definitely a very large, monumental change. It's going to happen. Now, depending on how you want to read this, okay, it's either you have missed the opportunity, okay, which is going to lead to a tower, or you are choosing to stay the course that you're on, and it's still going to lead to a tower, you know, because I feel like you just can't stay in this exact energy that you're in right now. And that is why the universe is sending this to you, because it's interesting here. We have this Nine of Cups, you know, and this Four of Cups, and, you know, this is that cup. So someone, whether this is a person or it's a career or, you know, HR, who knows? Like, I feel like it's this cup of love, and I feel like you're going to reject it. And it's going to cause a whole bunch of crazy in your life that you really weren't anticipating. And then, boom, we have a really serious ending here that it's like almost too much to even handle. Like, you know, I would have rather seen the Death card in this situation than the Ten of Swords, which you do have the Death card, right? At the very beginning, we have death for in your current situation with that Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really end gracefully, right? To move along gracefully. But you got to get out of your head about that. Okay? Instead of playing this all the way out to the bitter end and then getting seriously stabbed 10 times by everybody. So that's my take on it. But, you know, your life, you do what you want. So let's get you a self-care card. Okay, for Leo for July 2021. For July 2021, Leo. What's the best thing they can do for self-care for July 2021? Okay, we have Nourish Your Temple. Yeah. I feel like this is always a card that's about prioritization, right? Making sure that you're putting yourself first. Of course, Nourish Your Temple, you could read it literally and say make sure that you're eating super well and drinking water and getting enough exercise and getting enough sleep and, you know, going and seeing a therapist or something like that if you need to, or maybe just going to see the doctor if you need to. But I definitely see this more as like it's time to prioritize what's really important to you, what you're really looking for in a job, because, yeah, everybody goes to work to pay the bills, but that's like not the whole story. Right? That's not what keeps us going over and over, you know, 35 years later. And that's something to really consider, Leo, because, you know, as people are getting older with all the advancements in healthcare and blah, 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 you know, you could be working. I mean, I don't want to be, I hate to say this, but, you know, you could be working until you're, you know, into your 80s. Who knows? So I really feel like this is saying, like, it's time to choose really wisely. It's time to put the eggs in the basket that's really going to grow something, right? And make you feel good in your belly, in your intuition, right? Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. Please let me know if this resonated, and I will see you before August, I promise. Okay, bye.